Literary works can also be written for the purpose of entertaining the intended audience. An author can use narration, humour, and intrigue to engage the audience in their story. Many fictional texts offer entertainment for readers by providing a pleasurable escape from reality. Entertaining texts are enjoyable to consume. They amuse, captivate, or enthrall us and often connect to our own lives in some way or offer us an alternative reality to retreat into. Some examples of texts produced to entertain include imaginative texts like fiction, film, and drama. The genre of fantasy literature is an excellent example of a body of work written by authors seeking to transport their readers into alternative realities that are designed to enthrall and entertain. Works like Rowling's Harry Potter series, Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings series have continued to delight readers by offering the page-turning pleasure of stories that spark our imagination. Entertaining texts maintain popularity as they provide us with as much desired distraction from all of our too often mundane routines. They bring us enjoyment, and what better way to engage a loyal readership than to increase the levels of joy in a reader's life? Texts created for the purposes of entertainment can touch on the many human triggers that captivate an audience. Throughout history, humans have found entertainment in all manners of arenas, and entertainment is not always synonymous with pleasure and joy. It seems that humans are often captivated and enthralled by appealing to other sources of stimulation like pain, fear, and suspense. From the spectacle of the Roman gladiators to the terror-inducing tales of the horror and gothic genres, audiences have demonstrated their appetite for entertainment that is driven by violence, gore, and death. Stories about war, murder mysteries, and conflict-fueled quests for survival are the source of entertainment in many of the most well-read literary texts. Edgar Allan Poe's macabre short stories The Raven, The Telltale Heart, and The Black Cat contain rather twisted and disturbing narratives that invoke psychological terror in readers. The crime and thriller genres similarly play on the human fascination with death, particularly murder, and draw in audiences who find entertainment in the intrigue of unravelling dark and often perverse mysteries. It is the heightened feelings of anticipation, anxiety, dread, and suspense that keep readers hanging off every line. The business of entertainment is all about evoking emotions in audiences. As humans, the scope of our emotional range is quite vast, and we all have different tastes. While some people find entertainment in the darker side of life and seemingly enjoy having their darkest emotions toyed with, others prefer lighter forms of entertainment. The comedic genres spark an entirely different set of feelings in us. For those of us who like to find humour in situations, maybe don't take ourselves or life too seriously, and enjoy a bit of comedic relief, there is thankfully an endless supply of amusing texts out there. Shakespeare's comedy dramas like As You Like It, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Twelfth Night, and my favourite, The Taming of the Shrew, rely on the absurdity of ridiculous situations, complicated plot lines, and witty, playful banter between sharp characters to keep their audiences entertained. Comedic literature can amuse readers while tackling social or political issues in a way that is often more palatable for the audience. Difficult subject matter can be easier to digest if it is delivered in the form of a joke. Oscar Wilde's play The Importance of Being Earnest, for example, uses farce and wit to explore complex ideas concerning human identity, while many authors also employ satire as a hard-hitting vehicle for exposing difficult social truths. Satirical texts combine humour with irony and exaggeration to ridicule and mock people, events, and aspects of society. Satire is often targeted at political figures, movements, or social groups, and aims to entertain by providing amusement as the audience is encouraged to recognise the flaws of the subject. As the familiar saying goes, satire makes people laugh, and then it makes them think. Jonathan Swift's satirical essay, A Modest Proposal, published in 1729, uses ironic, sardonic humour to bring his Irish society's attention to the disregard for the plight and poverty of the poorest classes. Swift's essay suggests that poor families should sell their children to the wealthy elites as a food source as a way to unburden themselves. Readers were rightly shocked, amused, sickened, and enlightened by Swift's straight-up brand of sharp satire that entertained with its ongoing irony, just as it informed people about the apathy and indifference to suffering that pervaded his society.